Yeah, like he has explained all these cutting tools. I don't need to repeat those one. So the only other one that you have here is the cropping tools. Naturally, you don't need it actually, but the cropping tools is just probably your work. You want to, you know what cropping does on your phone now. I don't see the explain all this one. That's what they mean by cropping. Like, you only want to show some certain parts. You don't want other place to be reflecting. That's what cropping does. You don't understand what, Gaga? What does cropping do on your phone? You don't use cropping on your phone. Assignment number one. Write it down. What does cropping tools does? Yes, yeah. The next one that we have here is eye drop. Eye drop tools. There's one above it that is frame tools. You don't. I rarely use it. I don't even use it most time. So you don't need to know anything about it. The next one is eye drop tools. This eye drop tools we used to pick color. Probably from now I copy the picture. Let's be abstract. Let's be practical. Let's assume we drop this picture. Let's assume we drop this picture and I want to design with the picture color of this suit. I want it to be a regular color of this suit. So or probably I want this pink, the one in Nui. That's what I want my brand color to be. So I can use, instead of cracking my brain on what the color will look like, I can use drop tools. Look at this fourth front color. I'm coming back to them. We have back color and we have front color. We automatically change to whatever color I pick here. So here I can get the color that I'm picking. You can see any place I click on the suit, the colors here change to that color. So I can use that one to get my color for them. Let's say for example the new page I set up here, I can get the color code of this, which is this. This is the color hexadecimal code of that color. So I can copy that one. Okay. Now let's assume I want to put background in this family, in this design I want to do. I can click on, I've not explained this, I will explain this one. Just note that one. Based on the color that I've selected. So that eye drop is just to pick color from anything that you want. You might have one design online. I just want to pick color from. That's what that one does. So the next one that we have there is healing brush. Healing brush is used mainly by photographer. That's why ni ẹ máa rí i pé ẹ ní kinní lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ báyìí nígbà tó ya picture ó ní bá wọn ti mọ lion gba ẹ lójú. Okay, àwọn tó máa ń wà láyé you find out that when they do final production you no see the villa there. So what we used to use for that one is healing brush. I will not explain that one. Anybody that wants to know more about it can pay for advanced class come and learn that one. It's used by photography but we use it to heal. Even if for example now you might snap a floor and probably there is a stain on the floor, probably something that spilled on the floor, you can quickly use that healing brush to remove this thing from it. So that's what we use healing brush for. Another thing that we have here is brush. Are we together? Another thing that we have here is brush. Brush, you know what brush does, huh? But we have different form of brush that you can utilize it. So when you open that one, we have brush, we have pencil and the likes. But whenever you click on this icon of the brush, some people are not listening, you know, they are only using eye drop tools. That's the waste the precious. When you click on this brush tools and you go up there, there's some properties that come with brush. Any tools that you select here, there's always a properties attached to it on top. So, but for brush tools, when you click on this section, it be this token 500, you can set the size of the brush, the hardness of the brush, and what I'm paint video. You know that brush have different thickness. So whether hard or soft, you can set it over here, and you can have different type of brush over here based on the region of the one that you are selecting, depending on what you say. For example, let me say I want to select this brush. I want it to be this and the light. So for the purpose of this, I want the colors to be this light yellow, this cream related of the cream, and I will create a new layer. And probably I want something like this. So that's what brush does, just for you to do normal sketching yourself on your design. So that is brush. The next thing that we have here is stamp, clone stamp. What clone stamp does is that we use it to duplicate things on photo. For example, listen, I saw a pattern somewhere and I want to fill it up to other place. So I will use it to pick that place and pick it. And sometimes photographer use this also. What it does is this. Ní ojú rẹ̀ ń bí báyìí ó ní pimples ibi ẹ̀gbẹ́ ojú ẹ̀ báyìí ó smooth, So they go and pick ibi tó smooth yẹn, one ló fi fill ibi tó ní pimples yẹn, so people will not see that pimples again. So that's what we do. I don't think I have picture that have raw face on my system. I will have perfectly used that one for you. But anybody that want to learn that one also can come for advanced classes. Yes, just for you to pick one section of the image and duplicate to another place. So we also have artistic brush. Artistic brush work like normal brush, but it's just having all this. You know, the way artists use their own brush is different from thing. So it's just now normal pattern. Another one that we have here is eraser tools. All of you know what eraser does now. It's just pankare. So you don't need to bother that one. Another one that we have here is gradient tools. Gradient tools means that you are working from the either dark of the color, but the contrast of it is, let's use saturation to explain it. You are moving from black to white. Original color, you can say you are moving from black to white, or you are moving from original color to faded color. So for example now, this gradient tools now, if I should pick it, there's always a, as I say, any tools that you pick, there's a property attached to it here. The way your gradient tools will now operate will determine on whatever you choose here. On this top here, does your gradient tools want blue, black, or something? But naturally, I used to advise people to set their gradient tools to this under this basic section. This one part is transparent and one part is color. I will explain to you why. This part like this, if your own is not set like this, probably you are seeing color under this gradient tools. Let me know. You are seeing color. So click on the drop down and select basic. Click on that basic and select the one that is having transparent part and a single color. So when you select it, it might not be black that is there, like my one like this is yellow. So I have to change this yellow. Just click on normal code yellow and double tap on where that color itself. None of the drop down, let's select like click on normal EV. So it will bring another dialog box for you. Something like this. Gradient editor. Are we seeing that? Yeah. So change this. Just double tap on ibi ojú color yẹn. So change this yellow or whatever color is on your own side to black. Wahala. Change this red to black. Just click on that. Yes. So when you press OK, the advantage of that when you set your gradient to be that is this. So let's assume I bring this picture into my design. Let's assume I remove this picture background. Damino. Canva, are we ready? Let's assume we bring this picture into the design. Obviously, it's too big. So you notice that this picture is off cut from me. Assuming I want to use this picture in the design, this is not professional for me. If I want the picture to be up this way, and the picture is, assuming the picture is coming down like this, to cut in the I don't have problem with it. But let's assume the way I want to position the picture is that the picture will be up here. The picture will be up here, and I want text to fill up the background. Number one, I have to add gradient of the background to this picture, so that it will be as if this picture is inside the background. So in that case, what you set under your gradients now, what you set under this gradient here, you can now come on it. When you remove the background of your picture the other time, there was a marks added to it. But if there's no marks added to your picture like this is what I mean by marks. I'm going back to explain this video normal before. But this marks like this, I can click on that marks. What would you like to do? Sir. So you can click on that marks and now go and select your gradient tools. And now be doing as if you are the color of background or arakini. If you do not select black and this and transparent here, you will not achieve this that we are doing. Do you get what I'm explaining now? So I can continue doing this one just little to make the background blend with the original object. To the extent that it's not showing as if they cut this in anywhere. It will only show as if the stuff is coming from within the stuff. Though this is not normal, what if but I'm just going to show you what it does. So it's just for you to show as if the object is coming from the background. But if you did not set this thing as that black and white, transparent, you may not get them. Because what this one is doing that way is making this background this your black, and is making this your subject transparent. That's why it's filling it with that color of the background. So that's that one on that one. Any question on that one? No question. The next tools on that one is blur tools. You know what blur tools does now? The most special place where I used to use that blur tools, number one, I cut around my picture. But this time around, I don't any client I want to send picture to, typically about t-shirt like this picture I'm using here, that my background will be plain. I rarely use them. But let's assume you collect a picture from a client and the cutting is not that smooth and the edges is doing wobble. So compared to the background, it does not stand well on your background. The next thing you do is what? You can use this blur tools to now work around the edges of your subject like this of the pastor here. I can now use it to blur the edges of your angle here, the edges by to blur its background. It's not only image that you can use it for any part. The part is just that you can blur it for the way instead of you can download it in your phone. Let me come out that's all clear. That's what blur does. So that is not one about that tools. Another one that we have here is what? We have dodge tools. Dodge tools is used to remove black pigments or to enhance the color. It's also photographer that used to do it. But sometimes photographer will snap in a dark room. So the black ambient of the room okay, let's use it on pastor's face here. So EB section, this is too small. So EB our black pigment, it's just as if you are adding white to it to remove some of the black pigment there. You can see something that is happening to it if you are sensitive. So that is what we use dot to do. It's just to enhance the face, to remove the black pigment, to lighten it. Are we on the same page? Two of plan of this, is it the item that is disturbing you? It's not in your system, what we are saying. Where are you lost? What I'm going to do? Where are you lost? Gradient. Don't worry, you will see the recording next time. What is the one? That's something like, hey guy, consider like not to protect me, ask me. You know it's better. Are we on the same page? Another job that we now have on the tools is the pen tools. If as a graphics designer you use them because there are some shapes that you can't get yourself. The regular shape that you have on Photoshop is square, rectangle, okay, all those polygons, you can get them. But there are some special shapes that you want to draw that you may not get. You can only draw it with these pen tools. So for example, now you will have seen some flyer that they will do or painting that they will use. Under it, you see something like this, that they will draw a shape like this under it. So something like that shape, they draw it with pen tools. What I mean by this, don't let me be talking abstractly. Let's assume we have something like this. They will create an anchor point. They will create something like this. Create something like this. Like this. Like this. Like this. And let me label this one white. So you'll have seen something like this. So this, you may not get the shape itself. You have to draw it with pen tools. But some people, I don't know, some people because they can use this pen tools correctly. And that's part of the assignment I will give you also. How to use that pen tools. The way the pen tools work is this. Listen to me. When you click on the pen tools, you just have to be selecting points. The moment you select the first point and you select the second point, you hold the second point. What I mean is this. Let's assume I want to draw a semicircle. The moment I draw the first point like this, and I click on the second point, I hold the kini here, and I can stretch it to have my curve. They level with my curve. I drop it. If I select another point and hold it, it will also be curved. You can see what's happening here. But if I don't want it to be curved, probably I want a straight whatever. What I will do is I will select my Alt on keyboard. let's even draw it. Gbogbo yín wá ń wò mí nígbà tó ẹ fún mo sọ kíní. All of you select pen tools on your system. It's not your fault. Your system and are you selecting pen tools already? That be easy. Have you selected it? Oh yeah, select the first dot. We are drawing semicircle. So select the first point. Click the first point like this. Oh yeah, go and select another one beside it here. But the second one, you hold it down. I'm holding my mouse like this. You use your left click to hold it down. Now. So drag it up so that you have a curve beneath it. Why will you be going like this, like this? Oh yeah, draw that one now, draw. Are we on the same page? So the one I'm saying that if the next curve I want is not curve, I want it to be straight line. The next thing I will do is you press Alt and you come and select the anchor point to cut. You can elongate by. You see the angle around it here. O máa ní angle ní edges kíní yẹn báyìí. So when you press your Alt and you press the whatever you want to click, you see an angle beside that pen tool. So with that one, you can now draw a straight line to the starting point. You get something like this again. Why is not having color here? Is because I did not select any fill here. So I can select fill here. Are we on the same page? No, sir. And you know let's see on the same page. And you let's page one. And everybody knows that. Tell me what's here. Tell me what's here. We don't go that. So do you get that one? Use alt and click. Couple. See that you don't like pick the first one. Pick the second one and drag it. Are we on the same page? I'm on no Sabbath. If you don't take off, you want to do off that. Click on the first one. Click on the second one and drag it. So if the next one I want to press, press it. What is change the shape. Or you want to see the parts that you want to have. Why the line is not educated because of the and it is like the doing as the point of the and bro, no I go to hand no one no so na para to do so kind of mind. So one look out at the click that we select better. What come to see the line? Okay, then say click and after that select all to just as simple as this. Are we on the same page? So the next tools after that one is text tools. I think I explained that one to you. The next one after text tools is anchor tools. Anchor tools or path tools. What we use is to select that any shape that you draw, any shape or anything that any shape you draw with pen tools. What you use to control them after you release them on pen tools is this path selection tools. When you select path selection tools, you will select the path for your shape that you can move your shape anywhere you want. But if you want to control, for example, I want to control this anchor, each of the anchor points. What I will do anyway, when you right click on if you under path selection to see, you see direct selection tools. That direction selection tools is what you can only use to control it, to click on that whatever is equal, the anchor point. So that when I select this anchor point, I can elongate the anchor point to anywhere I want it to be, whatever I want it to look like. Probably I want to extend the base of the circle, I can do something like this. What you use is what? Direct selection tools. Direct selection tools over here. But if I want to select the whole shape altogether, I use path selection tools because we will choose shape and normal select altogether. So that's just a summary of that one. The next one that is there is shape. He has explained the shape to you. I don't need to repeat that one. The another one that we have is pan. Pan is just to move all your whole entire work all around. Your entire work, you can move it around with your pan. And the next one is zoom. Zoom is just to hand to see now pan over. So the last one is zoom tools. Zoom tools is just to zoom out, zoom in. Depending on what you select here, when you select plus here, it will be enlarging. But even without your enlarging, and you don't need to be clicking the negative before you can remove. Just press your alt. It will alter what is there. If you are selecting plus before, just press your alt. It will change it to negative so that you can go down. Are we on the same page? So Pamilerin can pick it up from there. Let me stop my own section. So I will tell you that we are done with two. So
in the shape two now,
yeah.
you know there's a way you can like bend each side of the shape.
Yes, if that is polygon now.
Like if you have a rectangle shape now, but you want to cut like one side and one side.
Yes, we will explain now. That one is under property. What they are saying is this. Let's assume you are select a rectangle here. This is my rectangle, abi.
Yes.
And I want the bent end. When you come under properties here, under properties, this is the curve section. You can see there. So if I want it for all, I will ensure that I open this link that is activated. So if I press 400, every of the curve will be there. But if I don't want it some part, I will unlink that property. We've not talked on all these sections. Probably when it's done with you guys.
Yes, sir. We now direct selection to
Eh,
direct selection to you now understand.
the part selection is used to select the whole shape. Mo fẹ́ move the whole shape. You can use move tools normally, but in terms of shape lasan, you can use part selection tools to move all the entire shape. But if you want to select, probably you want to adjust one of the anchor points, where curve àríbíkó bẹ̀ curve dada, and I want to modify it. You use that direct selection tool to select the anchor point. Anchor point na one dot that you are creating here. Even if the normal shape that you create like this, if you select the direct selection tool this way, I can control the okay listen, let's assume I want to do it in such a way that curve to curve yìí mo fẹ́ jẹ́ kó wọnú sí kó mọ́ jáde bó ti jáde. I can use the direct selection tool to select the basement TV, and I can drag only ibẹ̀ yẹn wọnú báyìí, something like this, just to modify how my shape will look like. So that is what direct selection tool is working on. Is that clear?
Sorry, sir. That direct selection, I think it is on all images, all images.
Any image that have that anchor point around it. It's not image though, it's not the picture that you bring with any shape.
Like draw by yourself.
Either you draw, either you use the template that they have shape in terms of square, anything that's your shape that you draw from your work. You definitely have anchor point. Are we good? So let me stop the recording of what I'm doing.